bones of his people. The tears in their eyes, tears of earth and export from the weapons of the foe. It's all the pain from the hatred. Will it really ever end? Winds of questions to the junter, the pressure by the hand. Still no answers. Breathe, canoe, letting go. Breathe, empty canoe. Yeah, don't know long. Find the love in the hatred, in the multitude of lies. Breathe deep on the canoe. Let's embrace. It's not too much to ask, and the lands of the lost with faded faces and less humanity. Whatever happened to the truth was a lies against the tribe, was a flames of genocide, and the arrested youth population trapped in jail all across the land. Free canoe, let him go. Green empty canoe, yeah, don't know long. Find the love in the hatred, in the multitude of lies. Breathe deep on the canoe, let's embrace. With your lips we are one, with your heart we are none. You have all that is mine. Remember, heaven would let liars in. You deprive me, you despise me, you mistreat me, you torture me. Free canoe, let it go. Free empty canoe, is gone. Find the love in the hatred, in the multitude of lies. Free deep on the canoe, pleasant. Let's simply oh, say oh. Master Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, Ekumana kanodi yakata sekete mele ai leno kona batata nikele upe obato biye onurube wane webura kunisi ikwikwe nukine mesoro diva orana mugi no tutu banana se amenu mala ikwechiri ibanyelu wa fimo bodere. When they try and fail, I'm not an oracle in a sunumu. One week God, the sun is rising high. Yabara labago. All our enemies are falling down. Yabara labago. Let them know so Biafra, and Pepe Kunu. Yabara labago. With your flag, Yadina, your Faradabago, I can follow you. I can follow you. So no day, what to say? I can follow you. Since 1967, I can follow you. I can follow you. I can follow you. Hello, Prime Minister. Please take the stage. Sigh, sigh, oh, you. A weekend who walk up on your canoe. If man, I can go to you are a good guy, and we are safer in your hands, you. Maganina Bebudio, the one who do. Anahana Bay, Anabay, Anahana Bay, Anabay, Anahana Bay, Anabay, Anabay for Prime Minister. Maleno Kubikin Amanakanu, Yavana Lavato, because he can do more. Yafara Lavago, Vasinamoma, Vasinadikana. All right, I greet you, lovers of freedom. I greet you, all revolutionaries. We are here once again to bring you the gospel of redemption. We are here once again to speak that bitter truth without fear or favor. And if today is the first time of coming across our video, if today is the first time of coming across our channel and you like the way we are propagating the gospel of Biafra, please subscribe, like, and share. Very important. Subscribe, like, and share. All right. As you can see the caption, as you can see the caption of this broadcast, we must never give up, regardless of all odds, regardless of what we've been seeing, passing through, regardless of all ups and downs, we can never give up. It's too late to give up. Remember that this quest for Biafra, a lot of people have laid their life. Remember the innocent children that were starved to death. Just put yourself in the position of those children that were hungry, hearing, crying, even to a point that their mother cannot breastfeed them because there's no longer milk coming from their mother. They died in cold blood. And they are expecting us that this fight they started, that we, this generation, will finish it. We can never give up. I want us to have this conviction. We can never give up. It is too late to give up. It is too late to give up. We can never quit. We cannot never surrender. I know we must have seen a lot of things. We must have encountered a lot of betrayers. We must have encountered a lot of challenges that even made us to start asking, why do we even have, something to do with Biafra? But I'm here today to tell you, I'm here this night, I'm here this morning, I'm here this afternoon, regardless of your time, to tell you, for the sake of these our ancestors, for the sake of these our parents, for the sake of the innocent women and children that we are starved to death, we will never give up. We will never surrender. The only gift, the only thing we can do to appease their spirit is to make sure that we restore this Biafra for them. I could remember when I was communicating with one of the men on ground, he was telling me their ordeal. He was telling me how, tough it was for them. It was for them then. He was telling me a lot of things. He said something happened that one of his soldier, one of his comrade, when he chased the bullet of the enemy, that he couldn't survive it. At the point of giving up, he now turned and looked at him. He said, promise me that you will get this Biafra for me, that I'm giving up for the sake of Biafra. Promise me that you will get this Biafra for me. He now gave him his word. He said, this Biafra that made you lose your life, I must do everything within my power and with the power of Chukwokika Biama to make sure that this Biafra, which cost you your life, is restored. After the comrade, after the soldier, Biafran soldier told me this thing, I couldn't get myself. I was flabbergasted. I shedded tears. I wept. He said, promise me that you will get this Biafra for me. Now to tell you, even at the point of death, the name of Biafra still echoes in their brain. The name of Biafra still comes from their mouth. They never thought or they never think, I am dying because of Biafra. They never regretted dying because of Biafra. Rather, they have that confidence, they have that courage to a point of telling their fellow soldiers, as I'm giving up, get Biafra for me. So why I'm saying this thing and why I come up with this topic today is this. We must have seen a lot of things that ought to discourage us about Biafra. We must have seen a lot of things, starting from the leadership down to the followers. All of us, everybody must have erred. Everybody must have done one or two things that jeopardize the struggle of Biafra. But we will never rely on our mistakes. We never rely on our shortcomings. We are human. We are bound to make mistakes. But the most important thing is this. Each time we make mistake, we should realize our mistakes and we should amend our mistakes. That is what we ought to be doing. So why I'm telling Biafrans is this. Please, I beg of you, before you quit, remember it has cost life. Remember people have gone down. Remember that a lot of resources have been lost for the sake of Biafra. Giving up now is not an option. Waiting now is not an option. Never the option. Rather, we have to reponder. We have to go back to our drawing board. We have to think deep. We have to re-strategize. We have to ask ourselves critical questions. We have to tell ourselves the bitter truth. In what area have we made mistake? In what area have we erred? Because that is the beginning of the whole thing.
Failure is not the worst of it all, but the worst of it all is for one not to realize that he has failed. When you fail and realize that you failed, the next thing that is expected of a reasonable human being, the next thing that is expected of somebody that want to succeed in life is, where have I failed? What led to my failure? Where have I made mistake? What will I do to correct my mistakes? What must I do to avoid this mistake? I believe this is what a reasonable human being ought to be doing. So, dear friends, please, I beg of you all, don't quit. Remember, quitters never win. Quitters never win. It's only people who are consistent regardless of the challenges they are seeing, regardless of the obstacle that comes their way. They still remain resolute. We should not forget the words of our leader, MNK. He said, we have to develop our mental toughness. We have to be resilient, and we have to have this spirit of consistency. He knew that a time like this will come in our life and the life of this very Biafra struggle. That is why he prepared us. We should not forget his words 2 weeks before he was kidnapped. He said, I'm passing this message to people whom before they were born, right from their mother's womb, they were chosen to fight for the restoration of Biafra. Now he is talking to them now. Now the question I'm asking all of you, all my audience, all the people listening to me, were you born? Were you chosen for the sake of Biafra? Are you among those people that were born for the restoration of Biafra? If you are part of these people, count yourself as a privileged someone. And I'm encouraging you today, when you see casting down, don't believe in it. Still believe that there is hope. Like one of my friends normally tell me, he said, so long as there is a place called there, I must get there. Regardless of the challenges I'm seeing today, it's temporal. All these things we are seeing today, trust me, believe me, people who fought for their freedom and got their freedom, all these things we are seeing today, they pass through it. Freedom is not cheap. It's never cheap. You must pay a price for freedom. You remember the words of General Butuzo, General Gento. He listed a lot of things he has lost. He listed a lot of things, a lot of predicaments that's into. But in all, he said one thing, that this is a price he must pay for the freedom. And remember the words of Lucky Dube in one of his songs. He said, in one of the tracks, he said, how much must I pay for my freedom? In other words, freedom is not an easy thing. There is a heavy price for freedom. There is a heavy price for freedom. If you can put it in if you can still, reconcile it with somebody who is serving his master in Igbo language, we call it boy boy. You know, the guy will be doing a lot of things. He will serve the master sometimes 7 years, sometimes 8 years, sometimes 9 years. Throughout all these periods, it was never fun. He received a lot of beating from the master. He did a lot of works that how will I put it, that is not even inclusive in the assignment of which he was brought to the family to do, because the sole aim of bringing him is for business. But at the end of the day, in some cases, some will be doing farming for the master, some will be washing clothes, some will be doing a lot of things. And at this process, even the boy, even the servant knows that this is not part of the duty or part of the job that he ought to do. But based on he's still under somebody, he has to endure. He has to endure till the appointed time. And what is that appointed time? The time of settlement. You know? So these are the things we have to bear in mind, that freedom is not cheap. Freedom is not cheap. If you happens to read or listen to people who happens to, fought for freedom for their nation, if they tell you what they've been through, if they tell you what they passed through, you will know that what we are doing is not a child's play. Sometimes I will be asking myself, does it mean our people are not aware of what freedom is all about? That is why ordinary sit at home, civil disobedience, some people will be complaining. Then I will be asking myself, does it mean these guys, does it mean these people complaining about just we have 7 days in a week, just to sacrifice a day for your own freedom becomes a problem? Then I will be asking, what price must you pay for your freedom? Do you think you fight freedom with business mentality? You know, everything about we Igbos, about we Biafrans is, you know, business, profit, and loss. Is not so. Freedom must cost you something. You see, freedom, it must cost you something. It must deprive you a lot of things. Yes, that is the price one have to pay for freedom. So the question I'm asking you that is listening to me, what price must you pay for your freedom? Most of us are living in a country that they have basic amenities which we are lacking in that damn nation called Nigeria. Do you know what it took that nation for them to develop their country to that very point you are seeing that nation? Some countries, for you to see sand, it looks as if it's an assignment altogether, because you will look for sand, look for sand, look for sand. You'll be asking yourself, is it not this sand that once even inside your house, even inside your house in Nigeria, you can just pack sand? But in some countries, for you to see sand is not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. Do you know that people laid their life? Do you know that people paid an ultimate price for that their country that you are looking for sand to be the way it is? They pay the price. If you understand what it takes some nations to build their place, you will know that all these things you are saying they are doing you racism. You will know actually it's not racist. The people you see you take to be racist, the people you take to be racist, you will know that they are not doing you racism, because If they remember what they went through, if they remember what their parents went through, if they remember what their ancestors went through before their place could be the way it is, man, you will not blame them. They paid an ultimate price. They paid an ultimate price. They paid an ultimate price for their country to look the way it is. They paid an ultimate price. Sorry for distraction. I had a call. They paid an ultimate price for their country to be the way it is. That's the gospel truth. Before I used to have that notion. These people are racist. These people are racist. These people are racist. When I was in Vietnam, I used to have that notion that these people are racist. Sometimes they will close their cover their nose. Sometimes, they will be acting funny until I had an encounter with one elderly man. Then he was 76 years old and he speaks English. As I engaged him, I was discussing with him. After the man narrated me what I take as horrible stories, from that day I changed the mentality I have towards them. No water. I don't know how many of you remember this because I could remember then in Nigeria, there is a way somebody would dress. They will call the person Oyo Buata. They are referring to Vietnamese. If you know what these guys went through, they fought two superpower nations. After France, they fought America. It was not an easy war. Even to date, there are some certain bombs they threw there in Vietnam. Once that very year or that very season that America threw that bomb, even till today, they will be having some reactions. They will be having reaction. Once that season comes, Vietnamese will be having reactions. You will see them covering their nose. I asked that man, why is it that your people often, cover their nose? He now laughed. He narrated this story to me. He said, when they were fighting war, there's one particular bomb America threw then. He said, once it gets to that season, they will start having a reaction. That is why they cover their nose. You know, most of this nation, they paid heavy price for their freedom. So you as a foreigner, if you come to their country, if they start treating you, the way you don't like, don't take it as racism. We are fighting for our own freedom now. How far? Is it easy for us? As we are fighting for our own freedom now, is it easy for us? It's not easy. We know what we are going through. We know what we are going through. Now we are fighting for our freedom. At a point, it looks as if we don't have direction. At a point, it looks as if we lack logistics. At a point, it looks as if we want to give up. These are the things they experienced. But at the end of the day, based on the conviction they have that this freedom they are looking, they must achieve it. That is the only thing that works, that made them to sell through. So freedom is not easy. Freedom is not cheap. If you want freedom, you must be ready to pay the price. That is why when I see people following the US, talking about lamenting this, lamenting that, then I'll be asking myself, does it mean that you guys don't have the knowledge of freedom before embarking on freedom? Because most of people who are not somehow, people who are speaking the same language of the oppressor, who happens to be the followers of the US, I'll be asking myself, does it mean that you guys don't know what freedom fighting or don't know what freedom is all about? This is a question I'm asking myself. Does it mean you guys don't know what freedom is all about? And you go ahead, preaching to people, convincing people to join IPOB, preaching Biafra to people. Does it mean that you guys don't know what freedom is all about? Do you think that freedom is what you will be doing? You'll be playing it safe. You don't play it safe in freedom fighting. You don't play it safe. There is no shortcut to freedom. All those sacrifices you must pay for freedom. You will pay all, no exemption. You must pay all, no exemption. That is it. Since we have started paying this price right from the 1960-70 date, why can't we do what? Why can't we, you know, why can't we continue? Why can't we convince ourselves? Why can't we have this conviction? Why can't we have this determination that you see this Biafra we are looking? You see this Biafra that have taken lives of people. We must achieve it. There is this word, there is this popular saying that says, when preparation meets opportunity, breakthrough occurs. When preparation meets opportunity, breakthrough occurs. And when nature sees a man who is determined, even when nature is against that man, even when all odds is against that man, when nature is against a man and that man is determined to achieve his goal, nature has no option than to bow for that man. That's life for you. When nature sees that you are determined, that is why nature don't joke with people who are determined. Nature fears people who are determined. They fear people who are determined because they know there's nothing you can do to a determined man that will deter the man. There's nothing you will do to a determined man that will make that man to give up. So long as that man is determined to achieve something, even when ordinarily that person ought not to have, get that thing. But so long as the determination is there, nature has no option than to bow for that man. That's the gospel truth. With what we are saying today, considering the nation, considering the country we are fighting to liberate ourselves from, they have the money, they have the connections, they have all it takes. But let me tell you, Biafrans, the only thing that will make us to win this war, the only thing that will make us to achieve this Biafra is determination, nothing more. Nothing more, nothing less. Determination. How determined are we? How resolute are we? How courageous are we? Have we convinced ourselves that this Biafra we must achieve it? Have we convinced ourselves? This is the question I want us to be asking ourselves today. I want you to ask yourself, one, do you even believe in this Biafra? Second, do you even believe that this Biafra is achievable? If you believe that this Biafra is achievable, what must you do? What price must you pay to achieve this Biafra? Because it must cost us something. Okay, if we think that we'll fight this Biafra by playing it safe and still get Biafra, we are kidding, we are joking. We are only but deceiving ourselves. It must take something from us. It must. There is no shortcut to it. Most of this international community we are calling, we are putting international community on notice. We are calling on international community. Let me shock you guys. Most of you people you are calling, at a time in their history, they fought for their freedom. And one thing about this international community, these whites you guys are calling, they are not like Africans. They are not like blacks who forget. They don't forget. They know the price they paid for their freedom. They know that their people died in numbers for them to be what they are today. So if you are calling them, we are putting international community on notice, they will be laughing at you because to them they will say, what are you calling us? When we are fighting for our own freedom, who did we call? When we were fighting for our own freedom, did we call you people? Why must you people be calling us now you are fighting for your own freedom? Okay, you don't want to pay the price. You don't know that, you don't know what freedom fighting entails. You don't know the consequences of freedom and you just embark on freedom. Now you are getting the price of freedom. You start calling them. These guys they are not black people. They don't forget history. You see black people, you see white people, they don't forget history at all. They don't forget history. So you calling them to come for your aid, come and help us. So we are putting international community on notice. We are just fooling ourselves. We are just fooling ourselves. Honestly speaking, we are fooling ourselves because they themselves they pay their own price. They paid their own price. They never got their own in a platter of gold. They never got their freedom in a platter of gold. A lot of people live their life like this country where I'm living, this particular place I'm living. They said here was once referred as a ghost land. This very place I'm living now, it was once referred as a ghost land because when they were fighting their own war, there is like a place they are dumping people who died. This very place I'm living, you know. So if I'm telling them that they are buying us, they are doing, they will say it's a normal thing. They will tell me it's a normal thing that this very place I'm living now was once called referred or called a ghost land. Where they are dumping people who they buy. So this kind of people now will start saying we are calling on this nation, we are calling on placing international community on notice. They'll be laughing at us. Look at these people. So you think say all these things you are seeing today in our country, it just fall from heaven. They will be laughing at us. That's the gospel truth. They will be laughing at us because they themselves, eh, eh, easy for them. Oh. Easy for Ezekiel. Easy for Ezekiel because they themselves they hear them. So if you think that You will be doing your normal business. Everywhere will be calm. There will be peaceful atmosphere. At the same time, you are looking for your freedom. And by peradventure, being an Igbo man whom you are, or being a Biafra who you are, who is very, very knowledgeable and intelligent and smart, you are doing your business. If you come back to your house, there are various homes. You will sleep comfortably. Tomorrow, you will wake up, take a shower, and go to your business. At the end of the day, you will come back, cook your delicious food and eat. At the same time, you use corner eye, they look for freedom, and you will get the freedom. You are deceiving yourself. You are joking. You are deceiving yourself. So long as we Biafran said is freedom, even in our own case self, we said Biafra or death. In our own very case, we said Biafra or death. Oh. You cannot make all these pronouncements. You cannot say all these things. And the people whom you are fighting to liberate yourself from, and you think they will keep quiet and be looking at you. They must be doing one or two things. One, to discourage you from Biafra. Also, they will be doing some certain things. They will be planning and executing some plans to make you people turn against each other because they know what they are benefiting from you. Your oppressor know what he's benefiting from you. So you can't just come out to say Biafra or death. You are fearless before your enemy. You are exposing Nigeria. Every of their move, you are exposing them. And you think they will just go back and sleep. Or one day they will call you and give you freedom. Man, it doesn't work like that. You know they work like that. If you guys don't take this Biafra issue serious, their oppressor take it serious because they know what they are getting from you. They know what they are getting from you. So you can't just expect them to fold their hands and be looking at you. It's not possible. They must be planning. They must be doing everything possible to discourage you from your fight for freedom. They must do everything possible to set you people who are fighting for freedom. They must do everything possible to set you people up. They must do everything possible to make sure that they put division among us. That is the pure truth. And these are the things we ought to know. Freedom is not cheap. MNK is in Nigerian this thing, Abuja regime, in solitary confinement, paying the price of freedom. Simon Ekpa, the same thing. He is where he is now, paying the price for freedom. And this has been the target of the oppressor from the word go. Their target is to do what? To get the people who are piloting the affairs of the freedom. Once they get them, they themselves now will not put a discord among the followers so that they will be fighting each other. This is the target. And Biafrans ought to know this thing. So, what I'm saying in a nutshell, people have laid their lives for the sake of Biafra and for the sake of people who have died because of Biafra. The only thing we owe them is to make sure that we restore this Biafra for them. That's the only thing we owe them. At least to let them know that they never died in vain. Because after doing all these things we are doing, at the end of the day, we couldn't get this Biafra. Just know it that we failed. Not only that we failed ourselves, we failed the generations yet unborn, and we failed the people who started this fight, because this thing is like a relay race. It's like a relay. They have played their own part and passed the baton to us. And we have greater chances of achieving this Biafra more than them. We have greater chances of achieving Biafra more than them. Now tell me, what excuse are we going to give if we didn't achieve this Biafra? Tell me, what will be the excuse? What excuse are we going to give that we didn't achieve this Biafra in our own time? What excuse? Is it that we are not well informed? Or is it that we don't have credible leaders who are leading us? Under all the whole teachings MNK taught us, sometimes he will come live, stay 4 hours, educating us, enlightening us, telling us what freedom fighting is all about. 4 hours. Sometimes I will not even stay up to 1 hour. I will get tired. But this man, this is not almost for past years. He has been lecturing and educating us on what freedom fighting is all about and the way and the procedure we must follow to get this freedom. He has educated us. He has even let us to know these are the things one will be doing. You will know that this person is not fighting for freedom. He even said anytime he's leading us and started telling us there is a way we do it, that we should know that he has compromised. And the next person behind him should gun him down. He knows the reason why he's saying all these things. He has taught us a lot of things. Are you talking about Simon? You know how many exposition? Every day, this guy is making exposition upon exposition just to enlighten us, to open our brain so that we can think like a freedom fighters, so that we can think like a revolutionaries. Now tell me, what excuse are we going to give? MNK even taught us how these people penetrate freedom fighters. Remember what he told us before he was kidnapped? Say they will promise us a lot of things. They will promise us money. They will promise us cars. They will tell us things which we have not, gotten before. These are the things he told us. He prepared us before now that if truly we want this freedom, we wouldn't fall for all this nonsense some of us are falling for, because he has educated us. By now, we're supposed to know if Nigeria make move, we will know the exact point or the end game of their moves. But unfortunate, there are people who are even close to MNK. Even the people that betrayed him, that Judas Iscariot, not the cabinet itself. I don't know why we blacks put our stomach ahead of our freedom. I could remember one of the book I read. They asked, what is the name of this man? The man is a freedom fighter. He helps nations who are oppressed, that are fighting for their freedom. He has gone to a series of different countries. But when he came to Africa, he returned back. And the journalist asked him, why didn't you help, is it Congo, to fight for their freedom, for their liberation? The man said he discovered one thing. He said Africa put their stomach ahead of their freedom. And there's no how you can help. And there is no how someone who put his stomach ahead of his freedom, there's no how that person can liberate himself from slavery. So no need of wasting his time. That is why he returned back. I don't know why. I don't know why we value money so much more than legacy. More than legacy. There's something very dark man said in the video he made. Is it today? He said when he started, he never thought of money. He never thought of fame. That what motivates him is that he's a victim of injustice in Nigeria, and he hates injustice. He hates oppression. He decided to use his Facebook, his media platform to advocate for people who are passing persecution and injustice. He said where he is today, he never thought of it from day one. He said when it comes to fame, he has gotten fame. When it comes to money, he has gotten money. But at the initial stage, he never thought of all these things, which means your legacy can even bring you fame. Your legacy can even bring you that even money you are selling your conscience, betraying people, betraying many destinies just for peanuts. We all remember Opa Biasika. Today, is there anybody bearing that name, Asika? Nobody bears that name. Or have you seen anybody in Biafra land that bears Ifajuna? Nobody bears that name. But whenever you are going or anywhere you are going, you hear Ojuku, you will first of all and turn and look that person. As a Biafran, there is no place you will come or there is no gathering. Somebody that bears Ojuku, they call the name publicly. They mention that name Ojuku. Everybody must turn eye towards the person simply because of the legacy our eternal leader Ojuku kept. That is why Ndi Igboji said that Ezia Fakego. This money we are grabbing, this money that made you to betray generations yet unborn. How many years will you live on this earth? Even the way it is these days, there is some certain age you will even reach. They will tell you some certain food you will start avoiding. Despite all those money, the money the oppressor gave you to betray the cause of Biafra, you will not even enjoy it. Because at some certain age, they will tell you have to avoid this. You have to avoid this. You have to avoid this. Then what is the essence of that money? You build mansion. In that mansion, you only sleep inside one room. Even as at that, even in that one room, you cannot sleep on the whole bed. Just one portion is where you will sleep. Then what is the essence of that money? Why do you choose to betray generation? Because of what you know that you will one day live, or at a point in your life you will not even enjoy it again. That money you will not enjoy it. And one funny thing, one thing I have discovered, the people that made the money don't even enjoy it. And the people around them enjoys it. Look at this man that died, the Wigwe of Access Bank. The Wigwe. Look at the family that nobody knows before now. Today they're on social media talking about property. Talking about property. Now tell me, anywhere that man is, we he be happy? What is the essence of that money self? Money that you made when you are not alive, it will even bring problem to your family. Even some self, their children will be fighting over the property. Their children will be fighting over the property. Their children will even go extra mile just to secure the property. You see, then what is the essence of the money? Why don't you choose good name, Eziafa? Why don't you write your name in history? When they are talking about people who fought for Biafra liberation, your name will be there. Is that one not enough for you? At least you give your generation good name. You give your generation good name, that money, because that money will finish. Definitely, your children will fight. If itself, they will even start going diabolic way because of the money you accumulated. And the most dangerous one is that you sold generation because of that money. You betrayed a generation, not even one, generations because of that money. What's the essence? Yeah. When you get to 50, 60, you start avoiding food. You will not eat, not all everything that hungry you will eat. Yeah? Not everything that hungry you will eat. Easy siega, easy that money. So what I'm saying, Biafran, is simple. For the sake of people who died, look at these children. Watch your come. Me and I go give them mad, kubu mad. I go give them mad, kubu mad. Nda go give them kubu ahamu maka Biafra. And the reason why they took this route, the reason why they embarked on this fight for Biafra is what we are seeing today again. The same Fulania Chore Bibia Woli, the same Fulania had one again. Even it looks as if they themselves try carry him myself. They even tried more than us because they could resist these people. Eh? During that war, during that time, Fulani have attacked our place. Now it's only in their base, now not we behind our people. But this time around, and then not complete. These guys are coming to our various houses. They were our people to tell you that this our generation already served. The people that started this fight for Biafra restoration, you got disappointed, because during their own time, they never allowed these Marudas from Futajalon, Biafra territory. They only came with their soldier with the help of British and other nations. But on our own these days now, Fulani, they are coming from Futajalon, come to our own land, desecrate our land, already a cattle. We can no longer go to farm because of Fulani. We don't go to farm because of Fulani again. Not only that, they buy us on top. It never ends here. They rape our mother and children. They knock them by force. You know, no say people that fought this Biafra that started this thing, they are disappointed in us already. These people, these people, are they our offspring? Are you sure that we are the people that gave birth to this generation? Even as at that time that the world is not sophisticated, they could resist these people. Despite how nations ganged up with Nigeria, they could resist them. How much more this generation? We have billionaires everywhere, millionaires everywhere. There is no family in Biafra land that doesn't have millionaire, but it was not so during that time. Ojukwu single-handedly brought out his father's money to fight the war. Now billionaires everywhere. Fulani now pattern our land, they rape our mother and children, our daughters. Yeah? Already I failed God already first. In fact, you have failed. I failed God already. You have failed. We have to accept this one now. That this generation have failed. The generation that try to resist this thing. That try to resist this thing we are seeing today. Even Philip Effiong, the word of Philip Effiong ought to be our source of inspiration. Because he told go on, you better treat the surrendering Biafrans well. Oh. Because if you fail to treat them well, their children will rise. Now we have reason how far. Behind all backbiting, betrayal everywhere. Gowon said, had it been he knew that Igbos love money, he wouldn't have fired a shot. The only deal will go put a bubate bendibo no. Now they are adopting the strategy. Biafrans, I really had to guide one why. I really had to guide one why. You know, I really had to guide one why. It's very, very pathetic. Very, very, very pathetic. Very pathetic. You know, today, it seems either next week or next week or this week, either next week or either this week or next week, there will be protest in Finland. Please, I urge every Biafrans who resides in Europe. Go ahead, ask when you Joanna because go ahead, this is the guy PM. Let it not look as if we've abandoned him. The reason why he is there is because of Biafra. Had he been not on Finland, not large, like other Biafrans who reside in Finland, not large, he wouldn't have been where he is today. It's because of Biafra. So please, as I'm playing this song, I want you to ponder on the things I've said. You know, I want you to ponder on it. Very important. Ponder on the things I said. Just listen. It's all about PM and the forthcoming protest.
Master Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, the woman I can look Yakata, Sekete, Ay, Senokona Batata Nikene, Obatobi, Honorable when they were Pura Police. Ikwikwelu looking at Mesolo Nipa. Orana Bogi no Tutu. Banana say. Ameluma na Ikwechi. Imagine what people but they're rich. When they try and fail. Amatanora Bogi na Sununu. One with God is majority. Ochu Okuko Wada. But one Okuko Mungo was. Yeah. Then we are gonna win the Biafra Lamado. Can you never tell the Prime Minister? Biafra Lamado. Zero Sinaga Gabina Besu. Biafra Lamado. The sun is rising high. Biafra Lamado. All our enemies are falling down. Biafra Lavado. Let us know from Biafra, a people go know. Biafra Lavado. With your flag, Gadina. Biafra Lavado. I never know you. They are heavy roads. I never know you. They want to stay. I never know you. Since 1966. Hello, Prime Minister. Please take the stage. Sigh, sigh, oh, you. Are we get to walk a wanyakanuku? Imana ika kukondi loti. You are a good guy, and we are safe in your hands, you. Zero gine, baby, and if I'm Makanina Bebudio, the woman you do. Imana Bagari, Hana Bagari, Imana Hana Bagari, Hana Bagari, Imana Hana Bagari, Hana Bagari, Hana Bagari for Prime Minister. My little cook weekend, I'm ready to know. Biafra Lavago. He can Pentecost, he can demo. Biafra Lavago. Vasi Amoma, Vasi Navikano, Biana Tandazo. Biafra Lavago. Oye Gagala, Oye Gagala. Biafra Lavago. I, my son, Bonnie, Chukukike chepati, chukukike gonzile, gezino loki. Biafra Lavago. Mukama, mukama, mukama. Biafra Lavago. Ayi na fifo mi le pelo. Biafra Lavago. Aida konole, aida konole, aida konole. Ebuna soyo so di kuso konole. Aida konole, aida konole. Let it walk no, we are going through. Aida konole, aida konole. Sosade, if I ain't a gabi oh, I'm going to oh, what my sin and the God is going through. Chukukike nyemaze namo neiba, kike nebube chai. Ike nyayande fro, ike nyeti wasiri. Biafra Lavago. No way, no one said we want to go. Biafra Lavago. Ikomena yemele, Biafra Lavago. I go, Uganda. Biafra Lavago. Chitan, Masina Chitan, Biafra Lavago. Anina, Femasi Simon Ekpa. No Badaka, you. Biafra Lavago.
All right. I believe you all have listened to it. Biafra Nabago. We go go. Biafra go go. That one is certain. Biafra will go. But we need to put our effort. We need to put our effort. We cannot just fold our hands and Biafra will go. No, it doesn't work like that. We got to put our effort. We got to do the right thing. There are people who have fought for this freedom. We should go and study how they fought for their own freedom before they liberate themselves from their oppressor, before they evict their occupiers from their territory. So, please, Biafrans in Europe, this our PM forthcoming protest, I beg, make it loud. Call that order. Finland, the Malana, and you want to wear because the narrative This guy is pushed to finish authority, that he's the one responsible, that Biafrans are not with him, that all the things he's doing it on his own. He's doing it on his own, you know. So we want to prove them wrong, that we Biafrans sent him. The way Biafrans stood Gidigba, or the way Biafrans stand Gidigba with MNK. I want Biafrans to also stand Gidigba with Simon. You know, Tago, he's there because of us. He is there because of us. You know, when they talked about this protest, the people, the surrogacy, abi surrogate, abi gine kana ponginka, halama generators who have suddenly made us to know that they are content creator. They kicked against it too. Even the one that called at that Simon, why you that one you mama and one yan of an self. Well, I call you. I don't know why. I don't know why did this. I don't know why this we Igbos. So long as it's not coming from us, let that thing destroy. Why do we Igbos have this tendency in us? Why? 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 Can you make more judge when already maybe Igbo no? So long as no more somebody that you expected to do something, let that thing no work. Let that thing scatter. Why is it in us? Why? Virtually all the people supporting Ngozi never supported this protest. And they are the people that claim to be protecting the mandate. They are the people that claim that they love Simon. They claim they love Simon. Oh. They claim that Ngozi is the most trusted of Simon. Oh. They claim that the mantle, not Simon, gave the mantle to Ngozi. Oh. Now, people came out and said, we want to protest, we want to do demonstration so that finish authority, we know that Simon is not on his own, that Simon never sent himself, that Biafrans were the people that sent him. They claim on the hall of PM. They claim wait for betrayal. Ah, betrayal the worst crime. You know, I said something. I said if I happens to be at the forefront, or if I happens to be in the position of Mazi Simon and the Mazi Nandekan, anybody that will work with me engage you as a woman. Now, what the truth? If you want to say that I'm diabolic, up to you. If you want to sound Biafrans, if you are Awag as a woman, do you know what is saving Ibrahim Tuore? Ibrahim Tuore, akwụkwọ ihe a na-eti alakụba a na-eti isi n'ala nwanne. There is a video I will make tomorrow. You will see the secret of Ibrahim Tuore. He embraced African culture. Hapụ kene ndị alakụba eti isi n'ala. Muslim, a good Muslim, he eti isi n'ala how many times? One day, as this man assumes office, one day the whole traditionalist has went on a state house. You see that man when they day in front, eh? Anytime when they make movement, like for that in movement, that in squad, that in cartel, anywhere on that, like 3 native doctors now on that place. The one on the front is a native doctor. The one on a zero native doctor. The one on the back native doctor. In the state house, before he do any maybe it's on one native doctor. What I say Africa have for them to defeat these colonialists. Because now when they came, they discovered that neither spiritually inclined. They deceived us with our spirituality. Whether you see why now by this in a Muslim, why now by this in a Christianity. Can have our own religion. However, use they want to use this one of Saudi Arabia to test if this guy will capitulate or fall for religion. Said I will bring 200 mosques. I said they get a mosque there. Make you hold that mosque. Not the main spectacle when I go and alone hospitals, schools, and infrastructure. When I call it mosque. Okay, one of the traditionalists, the say, we need to hear, not to hear. On our own duty, na any or see something, any spiritual something, about our point of duty. No, you want to kill all Ibrahim to kill all people when they people who sees in divinity, then they generate more. Hand on all. You get to go hand on all. So if I happens to be in position of Master Simon Ekpa and Nandikan one day, you want to serve Nigeria, Biafrans, right? Very good. Before you serve Biafra, one night we have to go to our tradition. More than I call Jesus Christ, sing Jesus Christ. I say, oh, you Christian, you are Christian. I know that you are not ready. You may be ready to deliver your people. You better go away, step aside. A while, because the politicians in Nigeria, then they do out of office, or Bible cage they do out of office. Then can it is now? Quran cage do out of office. At the end of the day, amen. Even Okorocha said it. Without the way here, see those politicians, if you want to, if they want to take out of office, without the way here, say none of them. If nobody will contest again, when you contest is it for any political post. Rahim Toure, Amago na African with spirituality. So this Biafra now, yeah, people leading us, how can Mazi Simon with Mazi Nandikan, Nana so Nana na West, and I saw to you. Hana so you too much. But Hana more talk on a prolong. Hana more on it is back, and then it looks as if they are helping the saboteurs. Come, you come. Otabike like in Kemla and IPOB, I would tap it, I say I go no oat, sino car oat. I'm thinking now, let's say for no one, a general to put in that place. You would like to buy go. The whole people, didn't now one day administer a oat, one day sooner oat. When they see area, they maybe more. How Chinese betrayed today from A to Z, all of them betrayed. Are you telling me they will have fun that jail? I try to Biafra air. The way by Nagao. I just forget Jaro Chuku. They will have a general Chuku deity, the tea that place. Any day no one want any day betray kwa Biafra. Near Meron and then one only Biafra Chobagi. Direct. A horror, the very few. A man and deputy will when they do serious. Sabotu reduce. Like in case no one goes, I wanna this system around we have PM use when the cabinet what I say here they comes to no. If you want to work with me, see as they go. If you are willing, you join. If you are not willing, you go. You can go and say that I'm diabolic up to you. I am one day at the one and they chori robia for remember what is you mana erugidorwa one day one the or buy any catapitrea. And the consequences here and then when I want Biafra, we hear you can know. Ola Manganatagana. Anytime you close your eyes, you will be seeing people who die because of Biafra. All more. So Biafrans in Europe, I want you guys to go and stand in solidarity with PM because his case is forthcoming. Like I said before, if PM have good lawyer, you don't get case. We as the whole thing they accused Simon today, they accuse it MNK. Now, even in their own as backward as Nigerian courts, they hear and then they candidate in their place. How they will confuse. Because one thing is about you not to talk, you come and prove. And isn't with this thing. If you say that I say buy soldiers, You have to tell me. I didn't wake up one morning and say, if you see any soldier, but something led me. Only a cause. You will see if you see any soldier. I am in self-defense because every is on record and these people they IPOB members. OCK Uptara Amnesty report how they buy IPOB numbers with flag. People put the flag, only flag. You buy them. You don't know there is a point you will buy people. They will say no. Now human being will be now. If a snake, there is a way you go hit snake. Snake go turn. So to me, MNK, PM Simon, they don't even get case because the Nigeria is the aggressor. At first, they told you people conduct referendum. If we fail in this referendum, we will know that Biafrans want to do what? Continue with Nigeria. Conduct Kennedy's referendum. They don't want to conduct a referendum. You went and tagged them terrorists. You are bringing out repentant Boko Haram before the very eyes of people you attack terrorists because they are talking about self-determination with flag. You attack them terrorists. The people who are buying your soldiers, ransacking villages, burning churches and mosques. You say repentant Boko Haram, put them inside military. Say if any Boko Haram who repents, stand the chance of becoming the president of Nigeria, forgetting that this is ideology. It's an ideology. Before these very people eyes, you call terrorists because they say they want to leave Nigeria. Because of these same people, because of this same militia, Fulani militia, they want to leave, may they forget themselves, protect themselves. You say no. So to me, PM and Mazen Nandekano no get case. It's just that the West, even this West you are seeing today, when they were fighting for their own freedom, they buy their own people in numbers. They buy them in numbers. Canada you see today, now people will run away from US. Saboteurs will run away into Canada. And they did there. Are you talking about the one who Oliver Cromwell buy before they have the House of God? Serious revolution. That time they had revolution in United Kingdom. They buy people now, so they don't get case. Please, Biafrans in Europe, march and join in solidarity with Biafrans in Finland. Now, I want to open call for people to call in. I want to open call. If you are around, please call in, contribute your own. You know our topic. We must not give up because of people who died, especially our women and children that were starved to death. We cannot disappoint them. The only thing we can do for them is to restore this Biafra. Even though we are failing already. We are failing already. Because at that primitive time, they never allowed Fulani to enter Biafra land. Come they rape, come they buy our people, come make us know they go farm. You know happen during their own time. But in our own time, we dey see am. You know, see say we don't fail. We don't fail be that now, but we have option to redeem our image. Because anywhere they are, they para. So please, if you are online, call in. You know the number to call. It's right there on the screen. Call and contribute your own quota. If waiting I talk makes sense to you, please call and bring your own contribution. I'm waiting for your call. I'm waiting for your call. Who will be the first caller? The first caller. I want you to call and contribute your own. contribute your own. I'm waiting for the first caller. I'm waiting for the first caller. Please call and contribute your own. Call and contribute to. Very important.
The spirit of Biafra, get it for me. I keep on one and get it for me. One day one day, get it for me. What then do the bear and get it for me. Can you check out that I am your child? Get it for me. I keep on one and get it for me. One day one day, get it for me. What then do the bear and get it for me. Can you check out that I am your child? All the things to do, make you think about it all. Now we should have ability to reason.
Have ability to reason.
It's started to create division among us.
The tactics of the oppressors.
Take our resources and left us find. I'm more Biafran than you are. What's been bad than you are? Biafran's big good type of. Make one for the time. I'm more Biafran than you are. And what's been bad than you are? Biafran's big good type of. Make one for the time.
A lot of people have gone down for the sake of Biafra.
When you do the prayer, I got you. Get it for me. Can you check out? I can't get get it for me. I keep on and I see. Get it for me. One day, one day, get it for me. When you do the prayer, I got you. Get it for me. Can you check out? I can't get I'm gonna go. Project. I don't ever know what the project is. I'm one at my copy. I didn't want more Biafra. Oh, that's it. I put up my nigga. I did not see and you couldn't know my people get it for me. I keep on one night.
Hello?
Hello, my brother, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Our God is watching over us.
So, so,
Yeah, I've been following your program and you are doing well.
thank
I
you.
also want to use this opportunity. I am Gaddafi, the white lion, the fearless one.
They got that
Still
of
me.
Biafra.
So I want to use this opportunity to call all Biafrans, home and abroad, to rally around on this protest. You know, I know this is the first step in Finland, but as well, should be extended to all Finland embassy all over the world. That is the benefit of Hello?
I'm hearing you. The word is hearing you. We're hearing you. We're
So
right.
they should extend this protest to all over the world, as we did it to our leader that time, Mazin and Kano.
Yeah.
And now will be more better. Now it's going to be more better because we have liaison offices all over the world.
Exactly.
So we should march to the Finland embassy, anywhere it is in your country,
Exactly.
with a black card to tell the world that Biafra is fighting for their survival.
Yes.
Biafra fighting for independence is not a crime.
At all.
It's not a crime.
At all.
These are things we need to do so that even if we help, the lawyer could draw a reference to it. Are they charging him terrorism charges? Because of what? If they are terrorists, the countries which they are reside wouldn't have allowed them.
Exactly.
But now they have given them permits to protest, meaning that these are people fighting to survive.
Yes.
The fight of Biafra is a fight for survival.
Exactly.
It's a fight for survival. We are not just only fighting for independence of Biafra, we are fighting to survive. People that are being hated in everywhere, people that are being rejected, oppressed, but still, our chief has never let us down. It was not in the mind of our enemy that there is a single human being should be breathing in Biafra land. So when they plan, our God always tell them.
Exactly.
And again, this protest is not whether you are from acting prime minister team group, neither you are from the DPC, DPC group, the DPM group. This is not all about us. It's not about your leader.
Exactly.
Yes. Some people will say in whether you belong to Oge camp or you belong to Ngozi camp, come out and protest for your leader.
Exactly.
You are not protesting for Oge. You are not protesting for Sonny Akbarawa. You are not protesting for Vam Vam Vam. Neither you are protesting for me. You are protesting for Mazi Simon Ekpa.
That's all Batobi, eh? Oh, that Batobi will be my mouth.
That one, people used to shout Abatobi, Abatobi. You know, like I used to say. You understand? Like I used to say, we let's go and we move on. That's why I believe two words from our leader. He said, we must continue. You know, me, Gaddafi, if there's anybody that's supposed to retire, I'm supposed to. Because I went through pain and thick, bearing name that was not my name. But nevertheless, because we put Biafra first. You know, there's something that people don't understand. We need people like the men that are working with Traore. Exactly. People that put their country first. Exactly. Regardless of offense, regardless of blackmails, regardless of lies. They still stand because they love their country. Yes. People who is not interested in positions. These are people we need. People who said, if relinquishing my position will bring Biafra, without questioning, without hesitation, they will go ahead and put this thing down. People who is not interested, who is leading, people who have Biafra in their mind, people who is not just thinking about themselves but thinking about their children, their future generation. Yes. These are the men that are supposed to stand now. And that's the reason why you see me. When we talk about Biafra, I still show up. I still support I am not just sitting down. I'm also pressing any buttons that I know how to press. You understand? So every time people take emotion and sentiments, you see them judging wrongly.
Yes.
And when there's a lot of wounded souls, it delays what we are doing.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, because the cry of a bitter heart, God don't overlook it.
Exactly.
But still, yeah, we look and overlook, we say we move, because our leader said we move. I have sit down to study the meaning of we move and the meaning of we must continue against every odd, against every blackmail, against every offense, against everything. Our leader said, we move. We keep on moving. We must continue, regardless of every discouragement, regardless of every lies. We say we must continue. We move. If our Biafran people can take this, and also I use this opportunity to tell our brothers on ground, in our land, you don't share your brother's blood.
So
Your brother is not your enemy. Your enemy is those that come to chase you away from your land, to make you a visitor in your land. These are your enemy. Stop hurting your brothers. Because you can't kill those you were called to protect. It's abomination. It is abomination.
exactly.
You know, they say where two elephants are fighting, the grass are the one that suffer it. Maybe the Oge side and the Ngozi side, that is the clash of the titans. You understand? Each and every one of them should put their sword in their put back their sword, because when they fight, the people suffers it. One will commit crime to cause the other one. You remember there was a voice note I made concerning why they are picking our people when they go to bank.
Yes, yes, yes.
Why I do that is because whether you belongs to Oge or you belongs to Ngozi, you are still a Biafra. You understand? Why should we fight our side? Why should we kill our side? Enemy will be laughing at us. So after after all, we must continue and we move.
We move.
That's why I encourage this protest. I encourage the protest. You can see the generals that are offered their lives, the ones we know their name, the ones we have not know their name. Right from 1966, when they started killing us in the north. In fact, the killing of the Biafra started from 1914.
Not be today. Not be
It
today.
started from 1914.
Not be today.
Must we continue like that? People should remember that our people have been dying since 1914.
Any
You
slightest
understand?
provocation in
Any
Nigeria,
slight
Igbo.
provocation, even some are not even, they don't provoke them for anything. They kill us. That's why I always preach the unification of Biafrans. We have to be one. We have to be one. I also use myself as an example to tell the rest that feel offended. Please drop your anger. Drop your anger. Some of us were mistreated. Some of us were blackmailed.
Exactly.
But still, yeah,
I never
we're still standing because we love our country, Biafra.
I never know, me myself in particular, I never know you will still, come up and talk about Biafra, because I know things that transpire, but if the burning desire
Yeah,
is in you.
you know everything. Do you know that they go as far as coming to plant drug in my house here in Korea?
Can you imagine?
They go as far as.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, they go as far as coming to hide exhibits in my house. That is why when your hands are clean, my brother, our ancestors will tell you what will happen before they happen. Do you know that the guy came? He told me that he got a job close to my house, that he's looking for where to he want to stay in my house, so that he will from my house to be going to work as a Biafran, as my fellow Biafran. These are not Fulani. These are my fellow Biafran. I told the guy, it's okay. I'm living alone. I don't sport with anybody. So you can come. Because the guy said, hi, yes, you stay like 1 week or two, you'll be able to get a place to stay. I said, Biafra, I told the guy, okay, no problem, come. I hope I'm still on the air, right?
Yeah. You're live and direct. You're listening to
Very good. You know, a lot of stories that is untold about me, about what I saw, what I went through. I choose to keep quiet because a time will come when I will tell my story. Now, do you know that the guy, I told the guy, no problem, you can come. That day I didn't go anywhere. I was waiting for this one I call my brother to come. So I told him, when you get to my subway, call me. I will come and pick you from there. He said, okay. The guy get to the subway, call me. As I wake up from sleep, as I was lying down to pick up my clothes, I heard a voice said, guy, don't go anywhere. This is a trap. Eh? I heard a voice very clear, like somebody was talking to me. He said, don't go anywhere. This is a trap. Don't go. Wow. I obey because when I hear such a voice, I do obey. I dropped my clothes and went back and lie down. The guy called me like after 3 hours, he was waiting for me in my subway. I did not pick. He called and called and called. Remember, I already told him, okay, I'm coming. So as I hear that voice, don't go, this is a trap. I stay back. When the mission failed, they start quarreling within themselves. Say, among them that plan this, I have come to tell you.
Can you imagine the let people?
In the places they are fighting, there's one guy they accused. They say the guy maybe is a Vikings member. Maybe he's one that take a brotherly food that was the. But nobody told me. Maybe the guy was there. They planned the plan. He didn't tell me. It was when they were quarreling, when they were accusing me. So as I never talk to say I'm the one that talk. Okay, my Kukuma talk. I'm telling you, go and ask the coordinator of South Korea. I'm not telling you something that's not in the open place.
Hey, God, God have mercy on us.
I will tell you. You know, when you talk about the case of drug in this country, if you put it in, like, if you come out in 30 years, you are lucky.
I know. Hey, wow.
So, these are people you call your brother. But yeah, above all, you see me now, still, you know what we are doing underground, making sure that we get headway somewhere. You understand? So it's good for people to put this Biafra first, not position. Biafra first. And when you're putting Biafra first, you know that you have generation that you want to protect, that you don't want them to suffer what you suffer.
Exactly.
If you're a father, you know that you want to make sure that you water the ground for your children, so that you don't want your children to go through the hard way you are coming from. So, if you're a good father, you should be able to plan this Biafra, fight for this Biafra, so that our children will come out living on a foundation, solid foundation we have already laid. Toure is not fighting for himself. Because when we talk about Toure has everything he needs that life can offer him. There's no other position you will attain in this life. When you say you're a president, that is the peak of every height. Exactly. A president of a country. Exactly. He can choose to keep quiet and store what the children will eat. But he's asking himself, if we leave this earth, what will you keep? What will you be remembered of? I used to ask people that is around me, what will you be remembered of? Because it's about two things. Either the problem you create or the problem you solve. By the time we die, by the time you'll be lying instead there, what will you be remembered? The problem you create and the problem you solve. You know, and our people does not ask question. When they say this one is this, yes, it is. That's why we are making very big mistake. That's why we're offending many spirits.
Exactly. Yeah, no verification.
And when we offend many spirits, remember, somebody in anger will speak a word.
Especially when the person is accused unjustly and the person made a pronouncement.
You know what I learned in my journey of life? This what I go through. It made me, whenever if you say somebody is a thief, I will not believe you. Because I use myself as an example. There's nothing that they say Gaddafi is a killer, Gaddafi is a betrayer, Gaddafi is Sabo. Ha! If people knows what this Gaddafi has done for this struggle to go forward, people that has opened their mouths automatically will be under curse. There are some cause you don't need to cause somebody. Just because you wrongly accuse somebody, put you into a big problem that you don't know where it comes from. You remember that some people meet you. People will never want to have
I know. I know.
yes,
I know.
some of them. They see it is sad.
I know.
Yeah. So but I move on. Same is still today. Encouraging people go and protest. Even the person you are protesting for offended me. But I'm let go. I said we must continue. I said we must move.
We must continue. We must continue. Regardless.
Yeah.
Regardless. We must continue.
Putting Biafra first.
Putting Biafra first. Because a lot of people have died for the sake of Biafra. Especially.
So the other day I was going through my phone, one of my old phone. I saw a question. That time when that video where sit down, they shake that this thing. Yeah. It didn't pay me and I deleted that video. I'm telling you, if we kill ourselves finish now, remember we never start to Ogodiniru. When you kill the people that will fight the battle, what will you do? Brothers and sisters, Ogodiniru. Onye gburu nwanne ya wụrụ ọgwụ odogwu. O gburu nwanne ya awụrụ odogwu. I'm calling the Biafra all over the world to rise up and protest. To rise up and protest. Protest. You understand? We need to protest indeed. I'm also glad for people who has paid their tickets to go to Finland and protest.
Kudos to them.
You understand?
Kudos to them.
Kudos to them. But what will make it more lively, more better, less expensive, is every liaison officer in all the country should come out all road to Finland embassy.
Yes.
All road to Finland embassy. Every country can choose their dates. or we can set up a one particular date. We march. Can't you see how the people march for Tore?
Across the globe. Across the globe.
Across the globe, they march. If we can stage such a protest, it will be more better. We set up, say, it is this day, all over the world, everywhere you are.
Across the globe.
So that Africa is rising.
It's rising. The revolution.
We will link it to what is already on ground.
Exactly.
Because this is the time for Africa.
This is time for Africa. Link it to our own predicament. Link it to our own ordeal. This same West, there are same people that is holding us down. There are still the people holding us down.
Trump enters the president, start deporting the Africans. Start deporting people. They make us poor. They stay in us when we go to their place. Could you imagine? The survivor of Britain is Nigeria. And Nigeria doesn't have free visa to Britain.
Can you imagine?
Just imagine.
That's the height of
your president, your politicians didn't see anything wrong with it.
They didn't say anything wrong with it, oh. And they claim they are the colonial masters.
Just graduated in London. I said, she just graduated. They were celebrating, they were jubilating. As if there is that's the only place, there is the only university in the whole world. Go to Ghana, you see the Ghanaian citizen. It's only few of them that go to study abroad.
Yes.
Because they have one of the best universities in Africa.
Yes. At a time in Nigeria, people used to go to Ghana to study. I know most of my friends, they went to university in Ghana.
So that is it. Let me allow others to call, because if I keep talking, others will be happy. So all I'm encouraging everyone is that we should come out in mass. We should make sure that we protest anywhere you are. At least I've been pressing. I could say I'm the first person that started pressing for this protest. So I am very, very happy that it's coming to pass today.
Yes, because at the beginning,
you know,
even before Biafra United took it upon himself.
Even before the program.
Yes, you said you told me that what Biafrans said is to protest. He gets to protest in different embassies of Finland. You said it long ago.
So I thank every Biafra, and also advise all the Biafran to remove sentiment, to remove emotion, so that we'll face the reality.
Sentiment.
I also want to advise those ones. I used to make boasts that there is none before me and there is none after me, which is not a good one. I always said, let there be people, let there be more army who are more stronger, who are fearless, who can speak truth to the authority.
Exactly.
When the authority are misbehaving, you can be able to call them to order and say, this thing is not good. That was my problem, you know?
Yes.
My advice, I give an advice, they call it challenge. It's not a challenge, it's an advice. Those things that you people cannot say, I will say it as long as I believe it's truth. Exactly. They say you are challenging the PM. It's not a challenge, it's only advice. So people should be able to talk to the leader and said, this one and this one and this one is not right.
And what people fail to what we Biafrans fail to understand, like what we are into now. To me, I used to say it that these things they are avoidable. What people fail to understand is when your leader fails, you yourself, you have also failed. So if you know whatever you can do to make sure, one, you protect your leader, and secondly, to make sure that your leader is at the right path, do it. That is to show that you love your leader. Because if you, by peradventure, your leader fails, you yourself have equally failed. This thing is a two-way thing. As the leader is checkmating the followers, so the followers is checkmating the leader to get what? Specific results.
Every leader that doesn't have critics, people that criticize him, because a critic is like a mirror. where the leadership look into and see they are right and they are wrong.
Yes.
When people said, no, you don't do this thing right, you say, okay, you go back inside your bedroom and sleep over it and ponder. It is a mistake of one person that's taken us backward like this.
Yes.
Because when I formed the think tank, we warn about what is about happening.
Yeah. I remember.
The Biafran people condemned us. I was looking for that video and for that this thing when this thing started to start playing it. Because our people does not uh, they don't look at the authority in their face and tell them their mouth is smelling.
This is what is holding
If you
us
don't do
back.
that, when the leadership fell into pit, you will fall with him.
Yes. Yes.
If I had a second voice that was speaking, I think we would have surveyed the situation. But you know what people were doing? People will come behind and say, Gaddafi, you a lion. Gaddafi, you are this, you are fearless. What you did was good. What you said is what you're supposed to say. It's good. But when I was saying it, I know that what I was saying was good. What did you do? Why did you
Join
change your voice?
your own voice.
Why did you join your voice? That's why till tomorrow I think challenging, but you used to hurt people's video when they judge them or when they raise their issue in government in exile. Cut Gaddafi's video. Play it. She has the video now. She has the video. Cut it. Play it. It's a challenge that she's throwing to her, to anyone.
It's a challenge. You
You understand?
to the people following in Gozo
Yeah.
you've seen the challenge now. Tell your madam. Because
Gaddafi's video, when I was being questioned, really even it wasn't because of Bill. It was the matter between the PM and Madam Azoka. I was asked to condemn Azoka. I said, I will never do that. It gave me 5 times opportunity to speak in condemnation of Madam Azoka. I said, carry me up and throw me down. I will not do that. Before he kicked me out of the Zoom, it's there recorded. I said, I would do such no. I would never do such a thing. So this woman has paid a price. It's not everything we have here will start broadcasting it outside. Where two people are fighting, the third person is to separate. My job here is to separate. I am not here to condemn you, neither to condemn Asoka. All I want is that there be peace. Say, oh, you've gotten your own leader. You can now go with your leader. Yeah. The next thing I had, you were even the one that notified me. Get out what is going on. I saw your name. I said, me? When? You know, I chose not to speak. But the issue is that we must move. As we move. We must continue.
at least the thing is that everybody now, the whole Biafrans now are testing it now, because when all these things started 2023, we raised the alarm. Say, look at what is going on. Oh. See what we discovered. Though. Some people, even in my own little way, they called me all manner of names. But today, that thing we saw there, that yesterday we saw today. Everybody is now ranting everywhere, shouting everywhere, screaming everywhere. But this is what we ought to have averted. We ought to have
You know
averted this.
the right thing to do for Biafra are supposed to be doing. All those think tank groups that raises alarm then, the Biafra people supposed to apologize to them.
Yes, that is I said it. We owe a lot of people apologies.
So
We owe a lot of people
some
apologies.
people overreacted. For instance, like Pastor Livingstone,
Yeah.
he overreacted. The issue between PM and Livingstone, I knew it. In fact, 100% I know. But the issue is that some of them were not like me. You know, I kept silent. Even all my name were all damaged. I kept silent. I know why I did not talk. So that the Biafran people will not say it was Gaddafi, Nana Abamuna Mwamba, because it's some people's language. That's why I kept quiet. I know what's up. I know what to do. Everywhere will be smelling. But I kept silence so that I love Biafra. When you say you're a freedom fighter, should be prepared for blackmailing. You should be prepared for people lying against you. You should be prepared for misunderstood. They will not misunderstand you.
Exactly.
When you say you're fighting for freedom, be prepared for insult and abuse.
A lot of things. A lot
So,
of things.
So when this thing comes, you should not destroy what you are building. That's why I kept silent. I said I can never destroy what I was building. That was the reason why you see me being silent. And I believe that my silence was golden.
Very good. Now everybody now facing here now. Even everybody.
So the only statement I made was, I'm not going to defend myself. Check my tweet, you will see it. A day will come when the truth will come out.
The truth has finally come out.
So that is it. But above all, I'm encouraging everyone to come back to us. Please don't say that it is okay that call for protest. I am not in August camp, and for that you will not come. No, you are not protesting for Oge. You are protesting for that one you call your leader, the PM.
Yes.
That's the only thing you can do. That is the only way your voice to say release it will be heard.
Exactly.
Go to the Finland embassy, submit a letter. And I also, if possible, the government in Israel should draft a letter, give all the liaison fees to submit to their embassy whenever they go to the embassy for protest. They submit the letter as we did it during the time of leader and the camp.
It's a good idea.
And also, Biafra should leave envy and jealous. That is the problem we have also. When you see your brother is doing well more than you set him up. You gang up against him. With this, we cannot get this Biafra. If you love Biafra, whosoever is leading, whosoever is doing well, appreciate the person. Encourage the person to do more. That's the only way Biafra will come. Now, I see that young money is saying something good. He's also bringing out good advice every time. His advice has been accepted. I'll become angry. No, that means you don't love Biafra. You should be happy that you have somebody like Young Money in your midst who always bring ideas that is saving the nation. These are attitudes we should stop. Yes. We should remove this thing from what we are doing. Also, now they kind of say we are wetter than white, we are wetter than snow. David say, if I have iniquity in my heart, the Lord will not hear me. Yes. Yes. He said, oh God, search my heart and see. A pure heart and a contrite heart, God don't overlook them. Because your prayer becomes a command. Your command becomes authority. In fact, my brother, let me not take over the program. Right. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, you're welcome, You're welcome. You're welcome.
But you know, this thing is very musical.
It's playing music still now?
Yes. I don't know whether it's from my side.
It's from your side because it's no longer playing music.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, I agree too much, Nick. I agree too. I don't know if it's anybody again that want to call. Is there anybody online that wants to call? Because I want to end the program. It's morning where I am now. there anybody that wants to call in to contribute his own? Is there anybody? If there is nobody that want to call, we'll call it a day. Is there anybody that wants to call? Call. If we can receive one more call, then we'll call it a day. Is there anybody that wants to call? You call in. I have only 5 minutes here left. 5 minutes to go. If there is any other person that wants to call in to contribute, you can call in to contribute. I have 5 minutes left. Is there any other person? All right, at this junction, we will call it a day. Please, in conclusion, remember the topic, which is we must not let the people that buy for the sake of Biafra buy in vain. We should remember our women and children that were starved to death in the 60s. We should remember our people who are falling till today. We should remember them. For the sake of these people, we will not surrender and we will not give up. We must soldier on until Biafra is achieved. Also, people who reside in Europe and different countries of the world, if you know you have the document to travel to Finland in solidarity protest about PM, please endeavor to do so. I greet you all. Peace and love.